Hey. Alright, so we don't have to necessarily spend a whole lot of time on this. Sorry for the yelling cats. We have a new kitten, and she isn't fixed yet, but we've got her appointment, but she is very just all following around and harassing our older, well, not older, but our boy kitty right here, and he's like, leave me alone. So she's all yelling in the background. Anyhow, so what we're doing here is parts from mediating yelly cats, is we are trying to figure out why the magazine is causing the game to crash. So let's give that a look. So I'm a little bit confused. I don't have a whole lot of clues. Yes, Mouse Kitty. Alright, let's try this. So put the magazine in. I'm not going to release it. Book about. Put it in, and this is where I expect the crash. Take it back out. I expect it to crash now. Okay, that's fine. If we go in, release it, then remove it. That's also fine. Now, if I'm remembering right, it may have something to do with there being a cartridge in the magazine. So let's try that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and crash. There's the crash. Why did it crash? I don't know. I don't know. My debug screen isn't working quite right, so I'll hide that now for a minute. I'll figure that out in a minute. But we can just look over here for now. So if we look at our errors here, right? I don't need to be quite so big here. That seems more reasonable, huh? Alright. Here we go. This is probably the crash. Cannot take value from empty array. Interesting. Hello. Hello, hello. How are you? How has your day been? I think I might have figured out my problem. I think it might be as easy as... So let's try this. Got an interview for a game tester position. Nice. Nice, nice. I've heard some horror stories about uh, game testing jobs being like potentially really labor intensive, like just a lot of just like playing the same level, and that sort of thing. Although, like a lot of interesting bug scenarios as well. Like, you know, the game only crashes in this particular instance, um, and whatever you have to like be really clever about reproducing exactly what causes it to crash. So I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Best of luck with the interview. Interview's coming up, right? Haven't done it yet. Let's see. Uh, so, what is this? This array back? Just have to remember. It's actually 4. And we're looking at GD script. I think so. Hang on. Let's look at our methods here. Back. Right there. There we go. Returns the last element of the array. Prints an error and returns null if the array is empty. It could be hard. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know anything about game development. I do this as a hobby, so I think that's possibly true. I don't know. The right answer is I don't know. But it sounds interesting if something like that dropped in my lap. I would probably try it just for the fun of trying it out. Sorry if the cat's loud. You can probably hear her in the background. We got a new cat, and she is quite noisy. I don't know if you can probably see her from there, but that's okay. There she is. New cat. All right. So, yeah, I think the reason this is crashing is because I just wrote poor logic here. Her name is Princess, is what she was named when we got her from a friend of Dominique's sent us the cat, but we've been calling her Mouse because she's very small and has a very small mouse-looking face. So she's Mouse. Have you ever had a cat or been around cats much? We do have one other cat already, and he's not sure how he feels about the new one, but they're getting along okay. Let's see. This right here. So I think what I really want to say is if the length of cartridge, because this is a method that's just supposed to return true or false. If there's something blocking the top of the magazine. So if there's no cartridges, then it's going to return false no matter what. If there are cartridges, then it goes into this block. That's really the right answer. That's really the right answer. Totally, yeah. No, that makes sense. I'm with you. That was me for a long time. I just very recently got into having a cat, so. But yeah, it's a good plan. It's a good plan. All right. Let's go windmill. Been playing any good games lately? I'm on this Linux computer. I can't play what I normally would play, so I've been playing some Apex Legends, because that works on this computer. Okay, so this is... Oh, it just crashed. Okay. I thought I fixed it, but apparently I didn't. Okay, and this is what I remember. So it crashed with no error message. This might be tricky. This is going to be tricky to figure out. Let's see. No, I'm trash at Apex. No, I'm in the same boat. It's fun, though. It's fun. Alright, so this is gonna cook my noodle. This is gonna be hard to figure out, because put the magazine in, take it out, it's fine. Mag in, mag out, crash. On the second time. Okay. Now, it's super weird. That was twice and it was fine. It didn't crash that time. I wonder if I'm like dividing by 0 or something somewhere. Right? Because that's fine. I wonder if it's more the speed. If I go quickly, that's it. If it's moving quickly, it crashes. And I bet, even if I do it the first time, that's the trick. Yeah, I can freeze it immediately if I go quickly. So that's the problem. It has more to do with the speed of the magazine and not the actual repetitions. So we're going to have to look in here. And let's see. So this is the function we're looking in. Okay. And we're doing a clamp. Are we doing any division? Well, we're doing a multiplier. But that should be okay. So I wonder, what if we just comment out this block here? Oops. Okay. Just to verify if the issue is due to this condition, or if it's due to some of our clamping or something. Just to kind of narrow it down. Yeah, it's got something to do with that condition. This is a little bit, yeah. Okay, so we got this. Let's put this back in. So what if we just put these 2 bits in? What if we just do that? And then let me fiddle with my OBS and see if I can't get my debug window back in the pane here. So if I go like this, let's just start fresh here. All right. Oops. Yeah, that works. Cool. And then we run it. Alright, there we go. That's probably a little taller than it needs to be. Cool. So now we have the debug menu on the stream. So what I'm expecting to see... Okay, what was that error message? Output overflow, print less text. Right. That's fine. But it's hitting that case, and it's not crashing. So the if statement is not the problem. This is not the problem. The problem is... Where'd that cat go? Upstairs. Upstairs. Okay. So if we do all of this, it's just going to delete the magazine, but it's not going to pass it up the chain. So this will help us out. Again, just to narrow it down. So same test. Just deletes it. So I think I've got it narrowed down now. Yeah. Yep. So the problem is actually to do with this chunk right here. This is the problem. When it passes the magazine back to the player. Because just to prove the point, if we try it now, it's going to crash. Ready? And crash. There it is. So that's where the problem is. So even though we're not getting an error message here, we can get rid of that. Even though we're not getting an error message here, we know generally where it is. And we also know it has to do with the speed the magazine is moving. That causes the problem. So let's go look at the player code, which is where that's going to be. And it's going to be on magazine. Let's switch mice here to my mouse that actually has a working scroll wheel. On magazine GIF cartridge. Here is the problem. Here is the problem. Right. And when it crashes, oh, I'm looking at the wrong bit. On gun GIF magazine. Here we go. This, I meant to say here. This is the problem. This is the problem. So we see this. Do we? Player receives magazine from gun. Is that true? Do we see that message? No. We never get that far. Right, so here. What if all we do is print that message? Would it say Control K is the toggle comment? Yeah, okay. Right. So hopefully what happens here is the magazine just disappears. and we see that message printed. So here, let's get our debugger back. Okay, probably scooch that up a little bit more. Okay, there we go. And then, okay, now that was interesting. Yep, that's right. So we see gun gives magazine back to player. That's expected. That's expected, right? And then the bottom line is player receives magazine from gun. And that worked. That all worked. But I bet if we put this message back in, it's going to crash again. It's going to crash again. And we're not going to see that last message. Oh? No, that was fine. That was fine. No crash. That's okay. That's okay. We want the magazine to disappear right now, because this particular motion is crashing the game right now. So I'm just kind of going line by line and trying to figure out why it's crashing, because we don't get any error message right now, right? So what should happen is the magazine is deleted as a child of the gun, and then it is re-added as a child of the player's heads-up display, right? And we do the same thing for... Oh, is the audio buzzy? I forgot. You had mentioned that previously. And I have a couple microphones to choose from. It looks like there's some background noise. But if we go like this, right? No more buzz. Thank you, thank you. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if I picked the wrong microphone last time. So if I remove one of these cartridges out of the magazine, right? Like that. It actually deletes it out of the magazine. It deletes this one, and then it creates a new instance at the player's level. This one, right? So if I remove this one, boom, right there, deletes it and re-adds it at the proper parent. Yo, hey. Boom. And it looks pretty smooth. But it's crashing right now. So yeah, we're just taking it one bit at a time. So let's see. Right here, player. So on gun, here we go. So starting the drag again is not the problem. I wonder if this order of operations is just wrong. What if we need to just add the child first? You know, because let's... Hang on. Well, hang on, that was weird. Edit, undo. There we go. Okay. Okay. If we just try this. Okay, not breaking. Let's just recreate the problem. Let's put everything back to normal, because this will crash it. I guarantee this will crash it. Alright, so we go like this, and then we quickly remove it. The quickly seems to be important. There. Ah! It crashed. You see that? It crashed. So, That's the problem we're trying to narrow down. One of the... Oh... I wonder if it has to do with this rotation. Maybe? What if we get rid of the rotation? It's gonna look weird, but that's okay. Let's just see if that maybe is the source of the crash. Okay, so we go... But no, that's not the problem. That still crashed. It's not the rotation. Okay. What if it's the global transform? I don't know. Nope, that crashed just as well as it did. Okay. What if it's adding the actual child? If that's literally what it is, right there. Pockets. Well, and should it add the child to the pockets, or should it add the... Yeah, I suppose. Because what do we do for the cartridge? On... This is the exact same analogous operation. On magazine... Give cartridge. Yeah, it's pockets. That's the parent. That actually is the container. That's the container. Would your job that you're looking at an interview for involve working remotely, or would it be in person? Okay, go. No crash. Oh, it didn't crash. Try it again. Ah, see that? It's not crashing. What did we just do? Add child. So add child. This is the line that's crashing it. And just to prove it, let's do it one more time. And so this we expect to crash. This will crash. Yeah, that's it. This is the line. Okay. That meant to be. Okay. So what if... In person. Gotcha, in person. Makes sense. Pros and cons to that. I mean, working remote is really nice, but it also can be nice to see people. Gotcha. Would be a bit of a step down from what you're currently doing. Yeah. I mean, at the same time, sure. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, if you've got, whatever, you know, obligations that you need to have a steady income for, then, you know, then it might be more stress than it's worth. But at the same time, it's good to take risks and do stuff you like doing. So, yeah. No wrong answer. No wrong answer. Definitely whatever makes the most sense. Hey, kitty cat. So this is my cat I've had for a couple years. He's not sure how he feels about the new cat. He's a little bit wound up about it. You doing okay, Strigoi? Yeah. Alright. So. Alright. You tired out? The new kitty's kind of a handful, you know? Alright. Let's see. So here's my thought. What if we add the child first? That seems kind of silly, actually. We're not doing that. Anyway. Thank you. No, I agree. They're cool. I like. Strigoi is really chill. He's a cool cat. I like him. He likes to steal food. He's very, very aggressive about stealing food. So what if we add the child before we do anything else? I feel like that just kind of makes sense. And I don't need the debug menu up anymore, do I? All right. Let's see how we do with this. Did not crash. Did not crash. Try it again. I think that's it. I think it was just an order of operations problem. I think I need to run this line first. I think that's it. Now, I wonder if we ever would run into that same problem, because we just copied the function from the magazine right here. So I wonder if we're going to have the same issue potentially on the magazine. I mean on the cartridge. So I think we can get rid of that. I think we solved it. But now I'm curious. Since we have that same line in a different spot, are we going to have the same problem somewhere else too? Well, no, it seems fine. Interesting. Well, okay, let's try it. Let's try this. I think we fixed it. Hey, success! I think we did it. I think we fixed it. Yeah, it's all working as it should. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Alright, well that bug has been solved. That was a little trippy. I don't still understand the full underlying source of the issue, but that looks pretty cool. That's working. That is working. Hey, fixed. Yeah, exactly. We'll take it. Alright. So, yeah, what's the next bit? Well, it's right. That's true. Let's do that. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. I almost feel like the magazine could be rotated a little bit forward, but we will deal with that later. Sound is a good plan. I'm gonna need a different gun to record this. I'm gonna need a different gun. No, I mean, I'm kind of procrastinating the next step, which is going to be the mag release, right? Because once you... Here, I'll show that this is safe, so nothing in here, right? It's clear. But after we load it, right, and then that's not fully clicked, right? So it's still loose. It's fine. But once we click it, now it's not coming out of there, even if we pull on it, until we hit the button, right? Once we hit the button, might come shooting out. There it goes. Yeah. So we're gonna have to program that next. So that's gonna be a little bit of a project. So let's record a cool sound effect first, because that's easier. Alright. So I think I just opened Audacity, right? Oh yeah, it's coming. Sweet. Alright. And this is my first time using Audacity on this computer. I like that one. Alright. So the second to last one right here. Lots of clicky noises. Good plans. Alright. So let's do our noise reduction. So this is the one I want to keep, so let's... Well, we can just flag it, I think. How do we do that? Track, add new, label track, there we go. I forget how to do this. That's okay. There we go. Okay. Thank you. It's funny story. You're supposed to buy little feet for these, but they come separately. But I didn't want to mess with that, so I just made a block of wood that's the right shape. And boom, it's got a feet. It's got feet. Alright. So noise reduction. Effect. Noise reduction. Get noise profile. Effect. Noise reduction. Go. Awesome. And then let's go here. So we need two different sounds. One is insert, one is remove. And eventually we could get much fancier about this, and we could break the sound up into a couple pieces. Like, you know, sound 1, sound 2, sound 3, sound 4, sound 5. And then as you insert the magazine, it plays each distinct sound. So if you really slam it in there, all the sounds happen really quickly, whereas if you slide it in slowly, it, it sounds right. It like slows down the sound, you know? But that's later. That's later. That sounds good. Let's amplify that a little bit. Not quite that much. How about... like I'm missing it a little early. Yeah, we'll go with that. Export, selection. Oh, we want to mix this down to mono. There we go. Because it's a mono recording source, first of all, so it's kind of wasteful to have it be 2 tracks. And then second of all, if we really want it to be left-right. Totally, yeah, for sure. As I have cats flying in the background. Thanks a ton for saying hi, and best of luck. Best of luck with the interview, and have a good rest of your day there. See ya. Go make sure these cats don't murder each other. Alright, so we got that sound. Let's see. Export. Selected audio. I'm going to put this in Godot. Game. Gun. Makarov. Yep. And then this is going to be insert magazine. I might crunch down that. Let's tighten up the selection. Yeah, I think so. I think it's not... I think it's just the playback is being goofy. I think that whole sound is actually still there. We'll find out. We'll find out. And then we've got the remove magazine. Okay, let's repeat the amplify. I think it's just struggling in Linux to play the sound like we want it to. So let's go export selected audio. Insert magazine, remove magazine. I did selected audio, right? I always goof that up. Selected audio. Seems okay. Seems okay. Okay, so then if we go to Godot, and we go to the gun model, right? And then the scene itself here. Alright, jump in here. And then we're going to have a sound emitter, just like this one. So we're going to duplicate this one. And I'm going to put it just up on the frame. I copied hammer drop, so this one's the one right here that I just created. Pretty sure. Just parented to the frame. Really, it wouldn't have to be parented to the frame at all. It could just be parented to the gun itself. So here it is. And we're going to call it insert magazine. And we're going to go make unique and load gun Makarov and insert. That sounds correct. And then let's go to duplicate it and say move magazine. And we may need a flag for this, but okay. Inserted magazine is null. Here we go. Okay. Right here. Now, these are not the final spots where we should have these sound effects, but it'll work for the moment. I think I have the... Oh yeah, you can hear the full volume. Cool. Oh, I didn't pick the right sound effect for remove. Cool. Now, we're not done with that quite yet because there needs to be a click. when you fully seed it, right? So, we don't have that final click yet, right? But that's where this bit comes in. The magazine release, the magazine catch. But we'll start with that next time, because that's going to be a project of its own. So that is huge. We solved that bug, and that was really bugging me. So, haha. So, awesome. Very cool. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hi. Cheers. Have a good day.